Thanks for clicking on the video. Welcome to a challenge I have for you. Try to watch this entire video through without buying my course. If you can do that, congratulations. You're an all-star. I don't know. You proved yourself right. You proved me wrong. You win. Okay? But if you watch this entire video and at any point in the video you click off or you click in the description box or you go buy my course or even at the end of the video or even secretly after you finished watching and left the video, then I win. And you'll have to live with that. Okay? So this is an interesting game. I'm gonna tell you what I will do and what I won't do. Firstly, this entire video is raw. I just had this idea pop into my head. Literally while I was back there an hour ago, grabbing some milk, taking my vitamins towards the end of the night. I'm supposed to be in bed right now, but something compelled me to make this video. So firstly, what I won't do, I won't give you some slimy sales pitch. I mean, I've read a lot of books on psychology, on sales. I've been obsessed with the online world and making money, to be honest with you, for the past 6 years, but more realistically, pretty much my entire life. So I'm not gonna cherry pick a bunch of principles from all these books I read in my head and use all these psychological tactics to actively convince you guys to buy my course. Although maybe I should fully do a video like that sometime. Who knows? If this does well, I can do that too. Also, what I won't do is waste your time. I won't make this video excruciatingly long. I know you guys are here and you want to make it to the end now. You're invested. And I promise you that the stuff I'm going to say in this video will shatter your beliefs, whether or not you win or lose. So you're getting value just by being here and listening to me raw talk and rant, I guess. Now, what I will do is, well, number one, I just said it. I will shatter your beliefs, regardless of if you win this challenge or not. And most likely for about 95% of you, you'll go on to buy my course. No, I'm just kidding. I don't have data on that. This is my first time running a video like this. What else will I do? I will give you the most raw, authentic, transparent content you can possibly find. Because guys, I'm in my pajamas right now. I'm supposed to be in bed. I swear to you, I just sat down. I was compelled to make this video and it's all coming off the top of my head right now. And these late night thoughts are the most authentic that you can possibly get. And there's some science behind that. I don't know what exactly it is, but it's true. So without any further ado, try not to buy my course. What if I told you that one tiny investment can set you up for the rest of your life? And what if I told you that thousands of people around the world with no experience. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna do some weird ass like VSL salesy thing. That was just a complete troll. But anyways, guys, so listen, I've been in the digital product game for the past couple of years now. And honestly, it's my favorite space. I think it's the future of business, of transacting. And let me just tell you a little bit on how I got here to where I am today, okay? So 6 years ago now, I went off to college. So I was a freshman in college and I rapidly started searching the internet for how to make money online. Long story short, I came across the agency model, started working with some local clients. I was hitting the phones, calling 100 businesses in my area every single day. And I did okay with it, right? I was making a few $1,000s a month in profit, which by the way, is pretty solid for an 18-year-old, first year in college, if you didn't already know. But anyways, after that, one of my clients introduced me to dropshipping. If you don't know what dropshipping is, it's basically finding an undervalued product. At the time, it was strictly from China, AliExpress. I was ordering off of AliExpress directly, sending it to my customer, and I was keeping a little bit of profit in between. I built a Shopify store, I marked up the product, and voila, just like that. Back in 2019, it was a lot easier, a lot less competitive than it is today. I'm going to be honest. A lot of people today are saying that it's the easiest, it's the best time to be doing this. Yes and no, okay? It's the best time to be doing online business like dropshipping and agency and all this stuff because there's way less barriers. It's way easier for people to get involved. There's way more resources, but it's also not as good as a time because there's just way more people doing it. So way more competition. You have to get a lot better. You have to know a lot more. You have to have access to a lot more in order to crush your competition. You guys understand basic kind of supply and demand law, right? It's kind of like that quote, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago, but the next best time is today or now. So how does this all tie in? Well, it doesn't. I digressed a little bit. So let's get back to where we were. So yeah, after I did dropshipping for 1 year, okay, it changed my life completely. I shut down the agency. I was making $100,000 a month at 20 years old. Maybe it was even end of 19, I don't know, around 20 years old, okay? $100,000 a month, more money than I knew what to do with. I bought my dream car. I gave back to my family, my friends, started going on vacations, having unforgettable experiences. And all the while I was skipping school. I was skipping university, okay? And yeah, eventually everything blew up in my face and my store came crumbling down, the one that was making me all the money. There's a lot of reasons for this. I made a lot of big mistakes in the e-com game, okay? So I was using stolen product photos. I was ripping ads from other websites and doing this at scale, okay? On top of that, I had really poor fulfillment. So products were showing up damaged, defective, faulty, broken, you name it. Not my proudest moment in business, but I admit it. I admit I messed up real bad on that store. I lost everything, and I then started losing money that I had already made, because what happens? Refunds, chargebacks. That was not it. Just because I had stopped making money, I actually went lower than that. So I started depleting a lot of the money that I had already made from dropshipping, okay? But long story short, I ended up still net positive. Of course, I had a nice car, took care of lots of people, had amazing experiences, and I still had money in the bank. And this is when I did dropshipping again, but I fixed my mistakes. I got back up and I started doing well, okay? Anyways, I'm rambling on too much about my story. I need to get to the pitch here. I need to send you guys down to the description box and buy my course, but keep listening. So once I got on my feet again a bit, I started posting on YouTube. And I think I had posted like 1 or 2 videos before, but I didn't really start posting tutorial videos until I felt like, okay, I actually have my shit under control. I'm actually making a decent amount of money. Let's now teach other people, have them learn from my mistakes, have them actually have success much faster than I did. And that's what I did. So I posted on YouTube. And the whole reason for this was not like some mastermind plan I had when I was young, like, you know, to pick up a camera and start recording because I knew that info products were going to be huge and personal branding was going to be big. No, I grew up with YouTube. I watched YouTube all the time. And I said, one day I want to be a YouTuber. I tried a mini hockey channel. I tried a prank channel. I tried a channel with my best friend in high school. And all of them failed miserably. And I told myself it's because I'm not worthy. I have nothing to share with people that people actually care about. And to be honest, I'm not that funny. Like, I'm funny, but I'm not like, you know, I'm not like YouTuber funny. Like, that's a different level of funny, okay? For me, it was like, I told myself that one day when I have enough value to give, something cool about me, like really cool, that I can share with the world, that is when I started a YouTube channel. So all of a sudden, I'm 20 years old, I'm making $100,000 a month, I have a dream life, and I kind of thought to myself, I was like, wait a second, I should be posting on YouTube. This is what I always wanted to do as a kid, right? So I picked up the camera, I started filming some more videos. I gave myself a goal, 1 video a week for 50 weeks. If it's successful at the end of the year, keep going. If not, we just focus fully on e-com. Difficult year, struggled. Nonetheless, at the end of the year, I realized I need to continue with YouTube. We had 40,000, 50,000 subscribers. We're growing like crazy, making 5 to 10K a month just on ad revenue, probably making 10 to 20K a month on affiliates. And then I started my educational company. So I started Outright Ecom. That's about 2 years ago now, 2.5, no, maybe almost 3, 2.5 years ago, 3 years ago, I don't know. And anyways, within our first year, so the year after that, the YouTube channel supercharged to over 100K subs. Our info product, which was coaching, went from 0 to $1.5 million in 365 days at a very, very high profit margin, okay? And so I made $1 million like that in a year. If I add on my income streams of e-com, affiliate marketing, YouTube AdSense revenue, my investments, whatever else, if I add it all together, I probably made like 1.5 million profit. And this is like, yeah, 2.5 years ago or something now. And then I thought about it at the end of the year. I was like, holy shit, like I made $1 million and I impacted hundreds of people. I worked with probably almost 1,000 clients in that 1 year. I had hired mentors. I had hired people that I'd already trained and got sales with e-com. I started to build this company in a really cool culture, and we were just serving more and more clients, and people were getting good results and quitting their job, and it was amazing. And then, you know, there's 1, 2, or 3% of people who had complaints, and they voiced their complaints the loudest, okay? But that really wasn't the worst thing. The worst thing was that people started using my name, making fake Instagram accounts, you know, fake YouTube accounts, commenting on all my videos to every single person who commented on my video and telling them to message them privately. And what they'd do is they'd sell them on $5,000 crypto or trading packages promising to get rich. And some of my followers started falling for this, okay? So this is 2 years ago. Multiple people, probably 20 or 30 over the course of maybe a year, had dropped like 5K, like life-changing money for them. You know, a lot of these people were young people or older people finally looking for a way out. They're dropping their last dollar on a scam, on somebody pretending to be me. And then I have Reddit threads blowing up about me saying this Nathan guy is doing crypto and doing trading and Forex. And I don't do any of that shit. I don't even teach it. I mean, I've dabbled in it a little bit and lost a lot of money. I kind of see it as gambling, to be honest with you. So I don't do that. And the amount of people who started coming after me, I mean, people started, you know, searching up my address just from this, right? So that's when I had to get lawyers involved, and I had to get a team involved because like, fuck, man, like I'm facing all the backlash for all these scammers using my name. And I was doing everything I could to help my followers, to help, like actively posting on my story, this is not me. Go report this account, go report that account. But one after another, these guys just keep showing up and trying to make money, right? And so needless to say that I think a lot of the kind of negative connotations that surround the info space, specifically courses, mentorships, like paying for education, comes from, well, one, scammers. And a scammer isn't someone who sells a shitty product. There's a lot of people who sell a shitty course or a shitty coaching program, okay? Andrew Tate as an example. We've all been through his Hustlers University or tried it out once for $50, right? I guess depending on how you look at it, it could be a good product for a complete beginner. But for the vast majority of people, it's like, fuck, this is a shit product. But it doesn't matter. He's not scamming you. He put together his product. He advertised it. He showed it off. And you came in and you bought it. You didn't get scammed. Scamming is deceiving people or straight up lying to people or not delivering a product altogether, like the people who were under my name trying to rip off all of my followers, right? So anyways, Instagram verified me. A bunch of things happened, yada, yada, yada. A lot of that kind of subsided. There still is quite a few scammers out there doing the exact same thing they were doing to me 2 years ago. So keep your eye out. But I actually stepped away from the mentorship about a year and a half ago. And so for the last year, I haven't ran a mentorship or a paid info product per se. And the reason for this was twofold. One was that I had other business opportunities popping up, one of which was a huge affiliate marketing operation, one of which was a real estate company. I moved to Dubai, tons of stuff, okay? So I just knew that I wouldn't be able to provide the same kind of value to my clients that I was before. So I shut it down, right? And over that last year, I went on to probably double the amount of profit, maybe even triple, 2.5x, whatever, the amount of profit that I made before. And this was in different vehicles. So this was in primarily affiliate marketing, but I also did that through selling an info product or giving an info product away because I got paid by other companies to essentially set up a funnel, lead magnets, promote the product. Every time someone signed up as a long-term customer to their platform, I got paid a great amount of money as a CPA payment up front. I mean, surprise, surprise, the biggest company that I've worked with on this is Shopify. And I can't say exactly how much I make, but it's 3 digits. And every time somebody signs up, after 3 months of them being on the platform, so they're sort of committed to being a long-time user of the platform, which is good. That means they're having success, they're making money. I get my payment released to me. And so my whole mentality changed. I thought, let's give away as much information as possible. Teach people everything I know about how to become successful. And in doing so, if I just provide all that value without even selling anything, I'm going to make money. And I was right. I made a ton of money off of helping people, providing value, making products, software, services that people love to use free of charge, and spending hours and hours of my time creating videos and posting it on YouTube and posting them on Instagram and just changing people's lives, right? And hundreds of people have DM'd me. People have came up to me on the street and said, "You've changed my life, man. I watched your 8-hour video. I watched your dropshipping course. I can't believe you give all this for free. I enrolled in your free course. I picked up your free store, yada, yada, yada. Now I'm doing XYZ and making a ton of money." And so this year, I've thought a lot about what's been going on in the info space. And I made a lot of connections to some of the other spaces that I've explored. Dropshipping, affiliate marketing, the agency model, you name it. I've tried all these different online businesses and I've had success with pretty much every one. Okay. Now, it's not to be cocky. It's just that I fucking love this stuff. I grind. I watch a million YouTube videos. You don't see what goes on behind the screen. Unfortunately, all you guys get to see is the highlights, the results, the success. But maybe I should make more videos like this and show you guys that the vast majority of my day-to-day life is boring as shit because all I do is work. And even when I'm not working, I'm having thoughts and feeling compelled to sit down and technically work. Although I love this shit anyway, which is why I do it. But my life is just boring, needless to say, okay? With the info space, the main difference between this kind of business opportunity and any other business model is the fact that, well, there's pretty much no fulfillment cost. I guess there is a fulfillment cost if you're doing coaching, but for the vast majority of things like, ebooks, courses, PDFs, website templates, Notion templates, like whatever kind of digital good, you make it once and then you sell it infinitely. That is massive. Like, if you just think about that for a second, in what other business can you do that? Like, take service-based businesses, take a barbershop. They can't service millions of people at once and have people instantly happy and successful and enjoying the product and the user experience. Like, no, they can maybe do 10, 20 cuts a day max, and then they're kind of capped. And sure, you can grow to different locations, but your costs are going to rise and rise and rise. It's going to be difficult for you to do so amidst so much other competition. Same thing with even like shared resources like gyms, yoga studios. Now you have physical product businesses that, yes, you can sell online, but again, you're paying for fulfillment on every single item, right? The info space is really a unique place in that the no fulfillment costs allows you to scale like massively, but the next thing is that the value you can provide someone is unlike any other business, and the value per dollar spent. Okay, so I'm no stranger to buying courses myself. I've been buying them for the past 5-6 years. I've probably bought every big online entrepreneurs course, program, biohacking routine, health routine. I've bought speaking coaches. I've bought charisma coaches. I bought all sorts of crap. I just buy. In the beginning, I was like very selective, but now like after seeing the ROI and the value of investing into info products and, educational products and all these things, it's changed my life. I entered the space. I sold an info product for a good chunk of time. I'm actively still in the info space. I'm always looking at new products I can sell, new opportunities for me. But I want you to think about for a second, like the amount of value you can get in an info product, whether it's free, whether it's $10, whether it's $500, whether it's $5 million, right? Anywhere else, you go to, I don't know, a store and you buy a mug, you buy a pair of glasses, you buy a pair of headphones, like you can associate some value with it. You're getting some benefit. You're getting some return. Hopefully the return is enough for you to purchase the product. So $250, $200 for Apple AirPods, but I use these things almost every day while I'm at the gym, and I think that value is worth it, right? And these guys last a couple of years or until I lose them. But when it comes to an info product, man, you could buy, let's say, a course for $500. And that course, you can't even put a value on it because it could change your life tremendously. It could, okay? Or it could be a scam, it could be shit. But regardless, vet the person out that you're buying from, vet the company out, put your trust, put your faith in the right people, and sometimes you get burned. I just got burned on a $5,000 info product the other day. That sucks. That's part of the game. That's part of business, especially if you're trying to ROI and you're trying to level up. If you're an individual and you're just getting started, go with something mainstream. Even go with the Hustlers University. I don't care. It's $50 a month. But the value you're going to get as a complete beginner buying Hustlers University, man, like, I don't know what to say. I'm just going to use my old ecom mentorship as an example. And obviously I'm biased. But what I did in this program when I was running it is my mind was basically like, okay, so before I build this course, what do I want to add to it? And then I kind of thought, I was like, well, when I was a beginner, yes, I was buying courses and watching all these videos, and it helped me tremendously. And I grew and I started making a lot more money. But one thing that would have accelerated me much faster is having a one-on-one accountability partner, client success manager, someone to be there and text me constantly, who could hit me back, who could validate if my product was going to be okay, if my website looked good, if there's anything that I need to adjust or make a change before I spend money on my ads. And so I thought, okay, I'm not just going to do a course. I need to do a mentorship. I need to add a level of guidance. I need to have one-on-one, me working with the client. And what do you know? The first 5 clients that I worked with, success, 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 success. Hired 3 of them. I work with 3 of them today, strategically partnered in their companies, or they're working for me full time. And the other 2 are too successful. They don't even want to work with me anymore. Okay. So after that, then I started doing things at scale. So those people that I brought on, then they became mentors and they became working with one-on-one of all the more clients that we brought on and so on and so forth. Regardless of the mentorship aspect, when it came to the video modules, the community, the resources, I thought simple. If I'm going to sell this thing for $1,000, I need to give people $10,000 of value. It needs to be at least 10 times more. And then as I started building this out, I was like, wait a second, like this is worth $1 million because I made $1 million. This is everything I know. And that's what I poured into that program. Everything I knew, like literally everything, mindset, health, wellness, optimization, of course, ecom, running ads, marketing, you name it. Every last thing I could have possibly learned, I condensed it. I put it in there. I put it in frameworks. I put it in SOPs. This shit took forever to do, and I laid it all out on a silver platter, okay? And tons of people ended up having success. And yes, tons of people also didn't end up getting the success they wanted. And so when I think about it that way, it blows my mind how much value you can get from an info product, even from a book. Bro, you can read a book, okay? And that book in a couple of hours can give you the highlights and the most key information of some of the most famous and wealthy people in the world to ever live. And you can buy that book for like $14.99. I really do think books were kind of like the OG info products. And it's like over time, people, maybe in the beginning they did, maybe they didn't, I don't know. But over time, everyone kind of realized this is insane value. I think that's a general consensus about books, but with the info space, because it's so new, which are basically just ebooks or like, educational or informational products sold online in different formats, people are still very much like writing all of it off as like some scam or like kids on the internet trying to get rich. And look, I can see why. I thought that way in the beginning. And also with all these scammers, like actual scammers running around. And on top of that, and some people are just selling really, really awful info products because they know how much of a gold rush time we're in for info right now. Then yeah, I can totally see why it's got a bad rep. But I really think the info space is the future. Every year that goes by, it's just growing and growing. And the consensus of it being like an ultimate scam is dropping like year after year, and I've seen it because I've been in this space for the past couple of years now, and I only think that's going to continue and progress because look, I was out for dinner today and I just saw Uber Eats after Uber Eats, like people coming in to pick up food and take it to people's houses. Like people, at least in the Western world today, are living with such convenience, and AI and the internet are only accelerating that at rates so rapid to the point where like we live in such an information based economy and society now where I barely leave my damn house sometimes. And more people are being remote and they're working from home with just a laptop, with a phone, whether they're doing online business or whether they're working for a company. There's, large corporations that are 90%, 80% remote now in 2025, right? Most of my friends who got internships out of college, who just got their first job, are working remote. And so everything is being done over a phone, a laptop, a computer screen. And our digital life, our digital world is slowly starting to become more valuable than our physical world. Think about it. What's more important to you these days? Your Instagram profile or how nice the apartment is that you live in? And look, I get some of you might be like, okay, I don't give a fuck about my Instagram. Like, get rid of all my social media right now and move me up to a penthouse. Great. But I guarantee you, if it came down to the wire and you had to delete all your social medias, you had to do all this stuff to move into the penthouse, 95% of people, they wouldn't do it. So that tells me that the digital world is only becoming ever more valuable and more valuable than the physical world slowly. Look at cryptocurrency, NFTs, all this stuff is growing so fast, and we are at the forefront of it, or at least this video is to hopefully convince you of that. Now, I don't want to say that I clickbaited you. I don't want to say that, I'm not holding true to what this video is actually about, but I just wanted to get this message out there. I just wanted you guys to really understand the future of everything, the world, at least from my perspective and in the tiny little space that I've been wrapped up into. The internet's taking over, AI is taking over, info product space is booming. If you're a business owner, jump in the info product scene or figure out how you can add info products to your existing offer, implement them in whatever business you have, or start a new business altogether, build a personal brand as well. That's one thing that can't be taken away from you in the future. No matter what happens, you have a voice, you stand for something, you believe in yourself, you post content, you put yourself out there, you have an audience, you have viewership, you're never gonna lose. Like, that's just the truth of things moving forward. So all of this to say that you probably clicked on this video in the first place because you had a bad taste in your mouth, or you had a bad idea of the info product scene, courses, mentorships, ebooks, webinars, whatever. So I hope, some of my experience, my story, and also what I just broke down to you guys can clear your head on all that and seriously take advantage of what's going on instead of writing it off as a scam. So buy that mentorship, buy that course, buy whatever you're interested in learning about, access free resources, go to free YouTube videos, learn and take action. And get involved as best you can. Because I really believe that a lot of the stuff that I talked about today is the future. And I have an 8.5-hour massive guide that I spent an entire year creating. So this is my course. And if you found anything that I said to be interesting today, informative, you learned something, broke some of your beliefs that you held, then head down to the link in the description and watch that course. It's 100% free. It'll be the first link in the description. And then also I have some other free resources giving you guys as much free value as possible in the description box. And then let me know in the comments, did you win or did you lose this challenge? Did you make it the entire way through and you decided not to go to my free course, you decided not to check out the resources or feel compelled to continue learning in this space? Or did I shatter some of your beliefs? Did I change your mind? I really hope I did, because I'm doing this for you at the end of the day. Of course, I'm also growing my personal brand and building trust between us. But really, this is some of the best value I can give you right now. And it's completely raw, authentic, from the heart. So I hope you enjoyed this style, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace.